All right. So we are live and we're doing episode number 5 for our NeoFly career mode. We are currently, let's see. All right, so we're currently on day number 12, day number 12, I guess. I think I put 11 in the subscription or the title. I'll change that afterwards. But yeah, so we're currently day number 12. We're in Tucson, Arizona. We're going to make our first trip to Mexico. So our first international trip here. And we got everything about halfway planned out. So we're going to finish the rest of it live here. So we're going to bring this over. We need to create our flight plan. We're going from Tucson International KTUS over to MMNG, which is in Mexico, just over the border. There's the United States and Mexico border over there. So just about like maybe 6 or 7 nautical miles over the border is where we're going. We got to finish out this plan. So we're going to look, hopefully we can depart from runway number 11 left, and we're going to be landing in runway number 12, or runway number 16. And we got to pick, so the last time we flew here, we parked right here by parking 189. So that's what we're looking at here. So let's check the elevation. That's about that, so 5,400 feet. So let's do 6,400 feet for our planned elevation. We don't get the red line, so we're good to go there. And then we're going to export this to Microsoft format. We're going to pick parking lot number 189 all the way down here. That's our starting point. We'll save that. We'll go back into Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to load that up. So we're going KTUS to there. We'll load that up. We'll change the weather when we get in there. We'll go into NeoFly. Oh no, hopefully that's still there. Or did we already accept the job? I don't know if we accepted the job or not. And I shouldn't have changed that. Alright, let's load up. So we're looking for... It's 53 nautical miles away. Or 54. 53. So that's this one. We were going to MMNG. Alright, so that's this one. So it's still there. So we can either move some cigarettes or move some cigarettes. So we're moving cigarettes into Mexico. That's what we're doing. So we will accept that job. And then we'll get this thing up and going. Our fuel looks good at 198 pounds. Oh yeah, the other thing, the maintenance. We spent money and we fully repaired our used plane that we bought. So 172. So we're gonna get this thing going.
Welcome back, Captain. It looks like the weather is perfect for flying. I know it's going to be a good day when my favorite pilot is working. Transporter from dispatch. I see you asked for a cargo mission. The ground crew is waiting for you in the parking to load the crates.
Yeah, we'll try to...
Pilot from dispatch. The cargo door is open and the cargo is being transferred.
Yeah, we'll try to limit ATC as much as we can. It looks like we're going to be taking taxiway A up over here onto runway 11 left.
Okay, pilot, that's the last of the crate secured and the cargo door is closed and latched. You are cleared to taxi.
We'll check the weather real quick. So we're not on real time, but we'll move this down to somewhere in the morning. That should be good. We'll get an automated checklist going here just to keep this time sake. So we'll do our start an engine checklist. We're holding the battery switch over here to get everything turned on. We got
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
engine started. We're gonna do our taxi preparation here, make sure our flaps are up, oil pressure check, and adjust our throttle. And we're also gonna turn on the avionics master switches. That'll turn on this, that we'll have to hit enter to enter in once that pops up over here. There we go. So now we got our flight plan all queued up. We'll do our taxi test. We'll make sure our pitot light heat is on, and we got our landing and taxi lights on, so we are good to go here. So all right, throttle is in just a little bit to 1,000 RPMs. Parking brake is on. So we will release the parking brake. We're going to adjust our view here, zoom out, and we'll get tower going. We can undo the checklist. What do we need here? Nope, not that one. Alright, let's turn that off, go back to this. We're looking for... Oh, no, we're not Alright, I'm an idiot. So we are looking at going south. So we're going to request depart south.
Tucson ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha with Kilo request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Hopefully they give us 11 left.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to and hold short of runway 11 left using taxiway Alpha Echo.
Alright, Alpha Echo AE taxiway. So that is A. To E. So we're going that way for the taxiway. Okay, we can do that. We'll acknowledge it.
Taxi to and hold short runway 11 left using taxiway Alpha Echo Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, parking brake is on, parking brake is off. Increase the throttle just a little bit, get some momentum going. We'll pull back, we'll turn left. All right, so we'll find taxiway A. And this is E. So we're crossing over runway left, or 11 left. Or no, if this is E, then we're good. We can actually stop here. We'll contact the tower.
Tucson Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, ready at runway 11 left departure to the south.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha wind 131 at 5. Departure to the south approved.
Alright.
Cleared for takeoff runway 11 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 11 left, Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, here we are, going on to runway 11 left. We got clear for takeoff, so once we are lined up, we're going to go full throttle here. We got the sunrise off to our left, so welcome. We enjoyed our stay here over at Tucson, Arizona, and we're going to fly into Mexico, moving some cigarettes.
Transporter, have a nice flight.
Alright, we are sitting, we need like 6,400 feet. That'll be good enough for now. We're going to turn that on. We got GPS. We got FLC.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, continue for south departure.
We're going to adjust our vertical speed. We should be good. We can contact ATC.
Tucson Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha, continue for south departure.
So morning sunrise over here. October 5th. And we're going to be departing from Tucson International Airport. It's a decent sized airport here. It's this whole area. So once we get leveled out and everything's situated, I'll give you an update on the NeoFly career mode and let you know what we've done and sort of a rough plan on what we're going to be doing in the future. So, beautiful Arizona. Little quarry there. As we adjust to our flight path. Alright, so 47 nautical miles on this line is what our flight path is. We're looking at 6,400. Let's go ahead and finish fine tuning that. 4398 is close enough. Alright, and I'll give you a quick update on what we're looking at with NeoFly. So NeoFly, yesterday we hired another pilot, Snoopy, and we're renting out a DA-62. That's a qualification Class B plane. I took it for a test flight yesterday. So our qualifications here, we currently have a A qualification and an E qualification. The E I got with the Cessna CJ4. That's sort of what our mid to short term goal is to get into one of those. They're super expensive. They run about 5 or 9 million to buy, and I'm not even sure what kind of condition that is, but and I think it's like you need like 900,000 to rent it. So we're gonna get the frequency change
Tucson
over
Tower,
at
Cessna Alpha
ATC.
Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha frequency change.
Do we need to do that?
Tucson approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is type Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles south of Tucson 4,700 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha Tucson approach. Squawk 6644.
Squawk 6644 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha radar contact 6 miles south of Tucson, 5,000 feet. Clear to the Charlie airspace. Maintain all navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
All right, nice. So we got clearance to fly through Class C airspace, and then we're on our own. So the next thing that we theoretically need to do is pick the airport and tune over to them, and they'll give us directions, but we'll keep ATC quiet for the moment. So we go back here. We're currently sitting at $471,000. And that's probably because Berlin has landed, Snoopy has landed, Hurricane is still in the air. Hurricane is estimated to land in Cuba at 8:25 a.m. Berlin is in Alabama, and Snoopy is in Wyoming. So she is actually in Jackson Hole, Wyoming right now. So, but we'll get them up in the air, earning us some money in a little bit. But yeah, the other thing, so we hired Snoopy yesterday. We're renting this plane. We're currently flying and own the 172 Skyhawk, and we're renting out these two planes, the 330 and the X Cub that's Berlin and that's Hurricane. So they're doing their thing. They're earning us some money, and we're looking to do this eventually. So build a home base. We can get the hangar. We get either a cabin, a large one for $1 million, or a standard hangar at $500,000. So I'm kind of hoping just to jump the gun and pay the $1 million for it. And then you got some add-ons here for the office, maintenance building, fuel, parking, light for the runways, and then asphalt runways, grass, and you got to pick the size of it, and then a helipad. So that's what's sort of going on there. We're cruising along. If we look at our financial statements, we crossed over. We're at $1.1 million in revenue, $479,000 in expenses, for a net profit of $636,000. So we're cruising along there. That's all the financials I'll give you so that we can enjoy some of the view here. But that's how our career mode is going. So let's see what we got going on here. This thing coming up here, let's see if we can pull this up and figure out what mountain that is. So that, if we move this over, is Mount Wrightson. So a little bit, and Mount Wrightson sits at about 5,300 feet above sea level. So there we have it. Oh, and there's Continental, Arizona. We're going to check our RPMs real quick and our altimeter. Let's go ahead and calibrate that. So currently our altimeter is at 29.92 inches. We're going to adjust that to the actual, and that's 29.97. So that's basically adjust to the weather and the pressure in the atmosphere. So for all the weather gurus out there, you know what that means. So we're sitting there, but we're also sitting, our throttle is at 100%. Cruise altitude or cruise speed at this altitude is 110. So that's good. We're not maxing out on our RPMs, but since I'm talking and we're going to be doing a little sightseeing, I'm going to drop our throttle down just in case so we don't damage our plane any further. Taking a look at what this is on the map. So this is Green Valley, Arizona. There's the Titan Missile Museum over here somewhere. Probably that. We're going here. Our estimated time of arrival is 19 minutes from now. So we're looking at here. I'm tempted to shut off our taxi and landing, but I always forget to put them back on, so I'm just going to leave them on for now. So nice cockpit view. Of Mount Wrightson. We're going to be crossing over Interstate 19, about 8 miles before our approach leg. So once again, guys, appreciate you tuning in. The views and watch time has been awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and check and hop on to the live stream myself. Hop on to the live. We got a little echo there. I'll turn the volume off. Alright, let's see if we see where the sun is rising. Alright, so the sun has already come up, peaked up over there. This is definitely going to be the highlight of the trip here.
13.75 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha. Goodbye. Tucson approach Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha 6,400 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha Tucson approach altimeter 29.990 radar contact. Continue.
Alright, so the airport, or the air pressure changes. So we're currently sitting at 29.9. He's basically saying that the air pressure where we are is 29.9. So we're going to go ahead and adjust that. The actual is actually 92 at the moment. We'll find the airport later as we look out our left window here. At Mount Wrightson. Alright, looks like we got this mountain up here coming up. So we will see what the elevation is there. Oh, that's a big one. That's even bigger than that one. So Mount... Okay. I got you. Alright, so 5,217, 5,417 looks like the peak of this. And we're currently sitting at 6,400. So we'll maintain our flight level there as we approach this, because we're going to be flying over pretty much, it looks like, that corner. And then the elevation dips down and rises up a little bit, and our landing runway sits at 4,009 feet. So after we pass this, we're going to drop down to about 5,200 feet. I'll write that down so I don't forget. That does not have a name on our map, so we don't know what that is, but I'm sure it'll look pretty neat. So awesome view here. It's been nice. I don't know if we did a live video in New Mexico or not, but as in between the live videos, I've been doing some flights to move around and earn some money and whatnot, so you guys only get to see part of it and just hear about the recap. So let's see, fuel check. Quantity's looking good. Oil pressure looks good, oil temp looks good, and our vacuum looks good. Alright, we're looking at 8 minutes to the next waypoint. I was wondering if that's our airport or not, but I don't think it is. because we're landing at Nobles International Airport. And that so we're going to, I got to change my flight plan because the original flight plan was 181 miles and that would have been a long video. So we are going to MMNG. Let's go ahead and key that into our flight plan or flight log. Oh, MMNG. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. There you go, this does. So we are going to Nogales, Mexico, which is the Nogales International Airport. And we're flying over this mountain, maybe exterior view. If they get snow down here in Mexico, that would make for a neat ski run. Very nice terrain here over in Mexico. Or actually, I wonder if we crossed over the border yet. I'm assuming we have, but that's just an assumption. So, no, we have not crossed over the border yet. If we look over here, the US-Mexico border is this white line. We're currently sitting here at 6,600 feet. We pretty much can depart, or reduce our elevation at this point and start getting ready for our approach. So we'll do that so that we can get a little closer look at the terrain. Before we do that, we will see what the elevation, the ground level is. So the ground level sits at 3650. It's going to rise up a little bit before that. So let's go ahead and drop down to this for now. We'll turn this on. We're going to reduce our throttle. So that we don't burn out and go too fast. So I'm looking at this little light blue thing. That's our max speed that it'll allow us to descend at. We can get up into the yellow a little bit. We'll go like 145 knots. And now that we level out, we'll have to increase our throttle back up. Possibly. We'll see what our speed lands at. We'll go ahead and start communication with Nogales. We're going to be landing on runway number 16 for a full stop. We'll announce our position.
November Golf traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 13 miles with 5,200 feet to land runway 16.
We'll check out the town down there. So still in Arizona. There's a Walmart up here on the map. Wonder if we can spot it. There's a Walmart Super Center. Alright, I'm guessing it's gonna be in this complex somewhere here. I always find it funny that you can, or no, maybe that's it up here. Is that the Walmart? I'm guessing that's the Walmart. Either that or this. But alright, we gotta get focused here. We got some terrain coming on. It's sloping up at us a little bit. We didn't adjust it 100%, so we'll keep an eye on the ground. We're sitting at 5,200. Runway sits at 4,000. We're coming up to the peak here, which is 4,300. Coming up to the U.S. Customs border, so we're coming real close to the border of Mexico. I'll let you know when we fly over it. Our runway is going to be off to the left over here somewhere, so we're not worried about the terrain there. Our waypoint to our approach is 1 minute 13 seconds. We're sitting at 4 minutes to our destination. And we are officially not just yet, but U.S. Custom Borders is going to be off of this road right about now. So we are almost in Mexico. The border is like pretty much like this, I think. This little hill. So this is the U.S.-Mexico border. U.S. Customs is probably on that road down there. Alright, we are 5.5 nautical miles away from the airport. We're going to be making a slight left. Airport, maybe this? No. Or this. This is the airport, maybe. I don't know. Either way, we don't have the runway in sight just yet, but we're sitting at 94. We're going to reduce our throttle a little bit, get this down to 85. So that we can get our flaps up. Alright, it's taking longer than I was hoping. Alright, 85, flaps up. Adjust our throttle. We got 10 degrees of flaps. Alright, there's the runway. So we got the runway in sight. Ooh, probably not the most ideal landing because there's a lot of trees over here. So maybe we'll adjust our flight plan here and land in the other runway. We're going to go to 34.
Mike November Golf traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 5 miles north, 5,200 feet inbound to land runway tree.
Alright, so yeah, we're going to adjust our flight here. I always go the opposite way. Alright, here we go. Because there was a lot of trees here. In order to land on runway number 16, we're going to have to drop down a lot. But on this side, we can kind of take that road and land on there and make it a little bit easier, and then we'll turn off, and I'm guessing the parking will be over here. So that's our little adjustment on what we're going to do. So we're going to basically, we'll fly out to like this opening and then turn around. So I'm going to head out to the left a little bit and then come back and follow that road down and land on runway number, what was it, 34? 34. So that's our plan. We can turn autopilot off. And we'll take over manual controls. Reducing throttle as we pitch down a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on this road here. We're going to do a little loop around up by that brown patch. As we land and touch down in international territory here in Mexico. I feel like I'm looking way over the dashboard there. There we go. We're going to be turning around by a Chevron gas station. Little fact that we see. Alright, so we're going to complete our bank here, about 20 degrees. That is the motel. There's the road. There's the Chevron gas station. Alright, so we're going to follow the road down. I got the runway in sight. It's right there. Speed check 76 knots is good. We got our beacon light. We'll announce final. Peek over the dashboard a little bit for the landing. I guess we got trees on this side too. Not the best runway. Hopefully we can make that taxiway. Reducing throttle. We gotta skim over the trees. We own this plane. We don't have any insurance on it. We can put insurance on it just in case we crash it, but so far I think we've been doing pretty good. So I haven't bought insurance for it. I think it's like $2,000 a week. pretty decent landing.
Transporter for dispatch. Clear the runway and taxi to parking.
Alright, we will taxi off here. Oh boy, we're overshooting it. Alright. We'll go ahead and get back on the taxiway here and take a look at what the airport looks like. Let's go ahead and zoom on the map and see where the parking is. So we can go left or right. I'm tempted to go right. Or no, we see our guy over to the left, so I guess that's where we'll go. Alright, a little pitched up at the elevator. He's gonna lift his hands in a second. Maybe. Or no, that's just the maintenance guy. Alright, so we're gonna sit here. This is our parking spot. And we will turn off our engine.
Transport from dispatch. Okay, nice job. Someone is coming to take the cargo. I'll call you when it's done.
Alright, so we're in Mexico. We will stick around in Mexico and do a couple of flights in there and see what we can do. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.